Hi everybody, here's Krystian from Teamworkcast.
And this is Putty, the cringeworthy secondary master of the Teamworkcast.
The master of the cringe himself, and indeed this is a Netrunning with Teamworkcast. This is another exciting game from a tournament at Hiveworld, a beautiful store in the town where I live. It's the 26th of July. I always mix up the 2 months. They both are so similar. Why did they think, let's have like in the middle of the year we have 2 months which start basically the same and just one letter is difference?
I'm sure it's about Rome.
I blame the Romans indeed. Alright, so this is Hiveworld. This is the second round of Swiss. I'm on the right. I am playing again HB and the Fun.
HP and the Fun.
And on the left we have beautiful Carl.
Kate McCaffrey?
He's playing Kate indeed. Carl is playing Kate.
Kate.
So we had Carl already on our show once. It was amazing. Remember when he was playing against Alex? At this point Carl doesn't even know that Alex will become soon the vice champion of Germany.
The vice champion.
Yeah. And Carl himself actually hasn't participated, I think, in the final in nationals. Because I think he had good chance to be in the top 16. Anyways, beautiful red cards he is using there with Kate. His ability is that the first thing that he installs at each turn is 1 credit cheaper, and my ability is that I get a credit every time I install something the first time I install something. So we both have very similar abilities actually, Nick.
Sounds pretty great.
Sounds like a balanced matchup.
Sounds like war never changes.
But war always changes.
War's changed.
War has changed, Nick.
Oh, and you're sharing your little tokens.
Yes, we do. And I'm, of course, using my beautiful Jackson Howard mat, which you can order at
inkedplaymats.com.
Indeed. Check them out, because I get a little bit of, like a coffee worth of money every time you order.
I order one every week, so I hope you're going and buying a beer.
Oh, man.
On my dime.
You're basically financing all those podcasts. All right. I'm installing 3 ice because why not? I'm HB. Stop me. He gets out a
There he is. Why is your Jackson out upside down?
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm like, what is this? And
we didn't see it. We didn't see it the last time.
It's it's amazing payoff there, right? I actually shuffled the deck multiple times without noticing it.
It makes me giggle. I'm giggling.
So I shuffle my deck to fix this. I'm embarrassed by this.
I shuffle my deck.
I do something horrible. I force Carl to put his money in a different spot that he's used to. I force him to do the right thing and put your money in the corner of your playmat, which is what all the good players are doing. And Carl's, of course, a good player, so he accepts my request.
Shouldn't have done that, man.
It might disorient him a little bit. So if he's playing wrong, it's totally the fact that his money is in the wrong spot. Anyways, so we saw a clown chip from him. He has a lot of cards on his hand. He also sure gambled, and then he runs on my HQ, and he finds a Viper. He loses a click. Hi,
Nick! Is that Garion?
No, that was Falco again.
Oh, hey,
I think. I'm not sure who it was. Maybe it was Falco, maybe not. Anyway,
I'm gonna have to come to Germany, but I think
it's your fan club, Nick. It's all for you.
The closest I'll be is in the Netherlands.
So Carl got through with all of this. He actually paid himself through the traces. He lost the click, but the second trace he broke with monies. And then he saw nothing of importance, but he did get out a Parasite to clear away that Viper, slowly but surely.
The Viper comes at midnight.
At the end of the turn, I rest the 6 bots. Thank you, Nick. I was waiting for this. I res Eve campaign. I'm selling sex bots and making money with that.
Well, that sounds really good.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay. So what will I do now? I don't have too much monies. And
I'm gonna guess you're gonna install an ice, draw a card, get $1, or create a new server and install something there.
Man, Nick, you just opened up all. Yeah, I do draw a card. It's like.
I knew.
Have you considered being like a medium?
I don't have enough integrity to be a journalist.
You need to get rid of the social justice warriors inside your head, Nick. Which corrupted you completely. Alright, and then I get just 2 monies because I really need the money to rest stuff. Carl, meanwhile, gets a counter on his parasite. The parasite will reduce the strength of Viper slowly until it's 0, and if it's 0, Viper gets trashed. Carl gets out a self-modifying code. Alright, Carl thinks about his situation. Holding the cards close to his chest.
Close to his heart.
Close to his heart. He believes in the heart of the cards. Do you believe in the heart of the cards?
I believe in Exodia.
What is Exodia?
That's
That's what? You sound distracted, Nick.
Is Exodia the forbidden one?
I can
He's
feel
from
the cringing.
Yu-Gi-Oh! He is from Yu-Gi-Oh! That is how he defeated, what was his name, Kaiba?
You have quite knowledge around Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, Carl does a stim hack on those.
My knowledge of how Yu-Gi-Oh! Works is only based on the cartoon, so there's crazy shit that can go on.
So I do res the Viper, but now it's an interesting situation. He has stim hack, so he has lots of money, and Viper only has traces. He can use the money to install something using self-modifying code, but he can also just let the traces run because I only have 2 credits, so I don't have to actually a lot of money to keep him out there. He's doing a little this math in his head and how big the traces can get.
I don't think it's in his head.
He's
using his finger calculator.
He's using the fingers. He's using the Twix gesture.
The manual calculator.
I think this is an interesting technique of doing mathematics.
His fingers are levers. Oh man, what does the hair count as? I don't know.
I think he's using the Barclay technique.
What is happening? He's using a Dvorak keyboard. No.
All right, I think he got through all that with monies, and trashes the Eve campaign. No, the money. Look at me, I'm so poor right now. But he does get a brain damage out of this. He was doing too much math during this run.
He bored the sex bots and they went home.
He chucked too much diesel.
I can see everything. I can see it all.
I can see eternity. I can see forever.
Ode to Joy starts.
Alright, so he has clicks left, I guess. He has 2 clicks left. Maybe 2, maybe 1. I don't know. Not exactly sure. Anyway, he's doing things. He's thinking what to do now. Oh no, oh yeah, he's I'm just getting 3 credits and he uses diesel to get up more monies, cards. Because of course now he prevented me from getting the money I need so much early on, and this is a very problematic situation for me. I really need to recover from this financially, Nick. Financially.
Can you?
Can I? Do you think I can?
I think you can come back for it.
Do you think I should? So there's an interesting thing. It's a little bit glare going on there, but Carl likes to use Ice Analyzer in his deck, which I fell in love after I saw Carl using it because it's actually pretty sweet. And most people, it's one of those cards that was completely underrated.
Which card is this again? Oh my god, I'm totally lost.
So Ice Analyzer, it gets a credit every time the corp every time the corp reses, an Ice Analyzer gets a credit, and you can use this credit to install other programs.
That's pretty fun. The only time it wouldn't be effective is if somebody's using some silly deck that doesn't have ice in it.
So he... Not exactly sure what is happening here.
So he's doing a dirty laundry run.
Alright, and then he SMCs the data sucker. Okay, so alright, I get it. Alright, so he does the dirty laundry on archive, SMCs the data sucker out.
Yeah, but what's the card that's above his identity card?
That's his hand, I think.
No, his hand's by his hand back there.
I guess that's the second. I don't know, man. All right, okay. So that's the second dirty laundry. So he gets the second data sucker token, and then he does a run on our HQ. So he can use the 2 data sucker tokens he just had to trash. Does he do that? I'm not sure. Wait a minute.
This guy's playing beyond my skill level.
We are both confusing. Yeah, I think I remember that. That was a very confusing part. But
what does it say on the power reader?
So 9,000.
We're pulling it from way back. The way back machine.
Old school. Alright, so he did those 2 runs now. Alright, so he got his 2 runs out. He got he did both on archives, and that's the end of his turn. On my other hand, I trashed that Viper that is now completely vulnerable and install something else in there, and I forget to trash the Viper, but now it's in archives, so everything is fine. Carl just draws 2 cards.
Carl just drove the knife through the center of our brain.
Yeah,
disconnected our
Carl,
logic centers.
That wasn't very cool, Carl.
That's
all right.
insane.
So he gets out a second data sucker, interestingly, and he gets out another SMC. Self-modifying code. All right, Carl. What is that? All you got? Really? Is that all you got? Okay, he draws a card. I think I just got monies. Oh no, interestingly, I didn't got money. I installed a card. I missed that. I installed a card in my external server, and that is Melange Mining Corp, and I used the turn to get money with Melange Mining Corp. Very, very nice. Carl is, of course, now challenged to run on Melange Mining Corp. Because you just can't have the corp score Melange Mining Corp turn after turn, right, Nick?
You can't.
You just can't.
You just can't.
You shouldn't.
No. Don't do it, man.
So
wait, those tokens down there below his money, what are those? Are those just hanging out?
Which below there, where?
Below his money, are those part of the mat? They're like counters.
There are counters on this mat, which are his click counters.
Oh, okay.
All right, we see a parasite being installed on the Viper, but he has no memory units free, so he trashes the SMC. No, he uses SMC. Carl, seriously, Carl.
You're making my brain hurt so bad.
He SMCs.
My birthday's tomorrow, Carl. I want my brain back.
Happy birthday, Nick.
I'm so old.
So Carl SMC'd out a 3rd data sucker, and then he installed a parasite on that Viper.
This is the most amazing deck.
And then he ran on that Viper and trashed that Viper.
It's 37 data suckers.
And then he trashed he now explaining me that he ran on archives in between there. Carl,
I don't even know.
Carl, the next time we meet, we're gonna have to talk about you and playing in a way that is understandable. This is really getting confusing. But yeah, apparently he ran on archives to get the data sucker tokens to trash Viper and clear
Many
out the server.
restructures just happened.
Now I just restructure a lot.
Director Haas is like, I don't even know what the fuck. We're just gonna put all this stuff over here. Maybe they won't notice.
Everybody trash. The runner just trashed our moon mining operation. We're just gonna restructure our operation. We're just gonna replace everybody with robots. Because apparently you can't keep the runners out.
We are merging with somebody.
So Carl ran on archives, I assume, because he got lots of data sucker tokens, and then he gets out a daily casts.
Podcasting. We should put out less videos so that we can put a credit counter in the lower right left of the screen.
Do you think Kate is a social justice warrior?
Kate is not a social justice warrior, but Jackson Howard is totally a white knight.
Oh yeah, he's white knighting Katie Jones.
Yep.
I, on the other hand, get a hedge fund.
He's got a lance and an idea, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
He wants to get through that friend zone.
Do you think Jackson Howard was wearing a fedora when he was younger? Milady, do you want to see my dinosaur? Anyway,
You don't get to a phrase like "the world is yours" by not wearing a fedora.
euphoric. Carl runs on my R&D and finds an Eli. You know what I'm also confused by? How does Carl actually track his clicks?
He's got those things down there, which I had no idea that's what he was doing. I thought it was like a nervous
Because
twitch. Like
sometimes he doesn't turn them
cards.
around. Anyway, so now we know that he used 2 clicks to get through that R&D, but that hasn't brought him anything except for 3 data sucker tokens. Man, this is really crazy. Look at how many data sucker tokens he gets from all those runs.
This is a great example of, like, don't organize yourself this way, because this isn't organized.
I don't know. He's using the 3 rows. You know, in the front you have the programs, in the middle you have the hardware, and in the back you have the resources. So props for this.
It's just so
Carl
many
is thinking this through. This is a difficult situation for Carl. Gets money. I am doing a mandatory draw and installing a card in that server. It gives me a credit. It is Jackson Howard himself.
Hello.
I am euphoric.
You don't understand. Originally, women traded their non-ability to have labor because they go into labor for protection from the man who could always produce labor, and that relationship has... I gotta stop.
Wow. Nick quoting the Sarkeesian effect verbatim. Anyway, I'm drawing up 4 cards with Jackson Howard. I drew 2 cards and I was thinking if I'm gonna draw more, and I decided to actually draw more. So there's lots of cards being discarded from me right now. Apparently, maybe I had too many agendas in my hand. Usually that's something what happens, or I'm looking for ice. Ice, baby. Under pressure.
Under pressure. Thor is a man, not a woman.
All right.
Oh man, look at that celebrity gift.
Yeah, Carl does run on.
No, it's the archive.
No, that wasn't celebrity gift. Carl just decided to run on archives. And I showed him all the cards in archives that he got access to. The rest was shuffled back into R&D using Jackson Howard.
Nobody has scored in this game yet, and it's been 19 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah. Like all of this has been set up, and Carl confusing us with his amazing gameplay.
Yeah, it's all flash.
But
or maybe all substance? I don't know. You just
But,
don't know about Carl.
Look at, he did manage to get out like 10 data sucker tokens.
Yeah, your ice will never have power ever.
Anyway, so he runs on R&D HQ and he finds a Grotto turret, which challenges him to use a parasite. Something he doesn't want to unless he has to. But apparently he has to. Alright, so he uses, by the way, he uses the money from Ice Analyzer and uses the clone chip to install a parasite on there, and the rotator gets trashed. Really annoying thing to play against Kate this way. Parasite
I like to think that it's a fart noise that occurs. Like,
so he thinks if he wants to continue the run.
You want to play a game?
Because now if I rest something, like it will stop him. Like he has to deal with it, right? Alright, so he doesn't, he jacks out and he draws a card. Would you have done that, Nick?
I think I would have gone for it. I mean, what?
I mean, it could be a Bioroid, right? But it could be another. But on the other hand, what else do you have to lose, right? He gets out another daily cast. He's podcasting like we are.
You don't win games by not taking chances.
Well, but you do lose games by taking chances.
Indeed.
Touche. Milady.
Now, I'm a gentleman, but women do not play video games.
That's something that Wizard would probably say.
It's true. But I see Wizard kind of talking like this. I'm sorry, Andromeda, but you just are not good at this game.
Anyway, so Carl installs Atman.
All you are is criminal.
Na 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 Atman.
Oh man, 4-cost Atman, come on.
No, it's a 0-cost Atman. He has so many data suckers, he doesn't care.
Oh, that's true.
And he runs on that, but of course now he does care because this is Heimdall, strength 6. He has to use 6 data sucker tokens to get it down to 0.
6 data sucker tokens.
Let's do this.
That's so many. Oh, jeez. But I mean, I guess he gets 3 for each free run, but your archives is protected. Yeah. So
he just lost 3. Not that bad. And he scores an agenda. Accelerated beta test.
Well played.
That was a very, very effective run for him.
Good call. Good job keeping him in things where they should go.
Yeah.
That's a good job.
Yeah.
We must always be neat and tidy.
Really difficult to play against this type of deck. Because like your ice doesn't work the way it used to work. Like you need heavy strength ice. It's difficult. And also like I probably should have purged at some point. Like if I purged now, like he wouldn't be able to get anywhere, right?
It's true.
Right,
yeah.
Nick?
This deck is all about getting purged. I think you should just do it.
Yeah, I probably should have purged at this point, but I decide to drop more cards. I do a mandatory draw and draw a card. And I think people are fighting in the background there. and I play a hedge fund.
Somebody at some point just needs to lay down so I can just look at their face the whole match.
And blow you like kisses to you, like
yeah.
We're gonna do this next time.
The internet is an amazing place.
Anyway, Carl, I have a lot of money. Carl doesn't really have too great access at this point. I mean, he's very much dependent on his data suckers, but he has 3 of them out. Man, he gets money from his daily casts. He runs on archives. I do res in the Ichi 1.0, Nick.
Ichi.
He clicks 2 subroutines. The trace subroutine stays, and I do not increase the trace subroutine, and he doesn't. He breaks it without doing anything because it's just trace 1.
You have not done anything this game.
Oh, I do increase the trace by 3, so he has to pay 3.
I'm disappointed in your play.
Or 4? I'm not exactly sure. Anyways, oh no! There was a Wotan project inside. No!
Oh, that should be. You should just shoot him.
Oh no! I think I drew too much. I was a little bit agenda flooded, I think, and I had to discard too many cards into archives. And I think I'm just not drawing ice. That's the problem.
Yeah, you're not drawing something because, man, the world is not yours. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I'm drawing all the money cards, but no ice.
Not ground. Ice.
We're counting the money I should get, but I think that's correct now. And... or maybe not. I'm not exactly sure. Anyways... Money is not the issue here. I don't have ice. I need to get out some ice to keep him out with his stupid admin. No. Admin! Oh, Carl. Carl gets out a modded R&D interface and runs on R&D. So he gets to access 1 more card if he succeeds. I res Victor.
I'm not Frankenstein.
So now he has to use like 4 tokens to break Victor.
Man.
And then 3 more tokens to break Eli, but I think he will... No, he clicks through Eli. So he gets back all those tokens, man, and he gets to see 2 cards. Not good, Nick, not good. He can do it every turn, and you will see 2 cards every turn.
Yes. You know, 3 data sucker tokens and an Atman. Carl, that's ballsy.
This should have been a moment to purge the tokens.
Yeah, you could have shut him down many different times.
Anyways, I installed an ice in front of that card I installed there.
Basically, at this point, you'd be doing a purge every other turn.
Well, the idea is to get up enough ice so that without data sucker tokens, he doesn't get into my servers. Because when I'm using Bioroid ice, no, even if I purchase data sucker tokens, he can still click through all the way through, right?
But it would elongate the game because you data sucker tokens, you'd purge all those. The next turn, you'd install something. The next turn, you data sucker token, purge again.
Yeah.
Then the next turn, you do something. It'd elongate the game, but I think that you'd be much more stable.
Possible. I do install a second card in that server and draw up more cards, and that's it.
I hope it's Caprice.
No, I'm not playing Caprice in this deck.
I hope it's Ash.
Man, this is a very elongated game.
28 minutes of love.
Carl clicks all the way through Heimdall. Man, look at him. It's a rotor turret. Now, like, that's the problem. Like, with Atman, like, rotor turret becomes, like, completely unplayable. Because it's like 4 credits and he breaks it with 2 credits. I guess
Why
maybe
didn't he run
taxing.
on your R&D?
Because I guess he's thinking that there might be... Because I don't know. I do purge the tokens. Nice! Look at me, Nick. I'm doing the right decisions.
We're sitting on the 2020 side. We know things. Good. Thanks for listening to us, past Krystian.
He does the run again on HQ R&D. So see, that's the problem. Like using Bioroid Ice is not as effective yet. Wait a minute, what?
What's he doing?
Oh, I discarded one card because I had too many cards on my hand. And it is an Ash.
Goodbye, Ash.
Does he trash it? He's not sure. He not sure, Nick.
Get that Ash out of here.
Would you trash Ash in this moment?
Why not? You either trash it now or deal with it later.
He stays. He doesn't have too much money.
Yeah.
So I draw cards. He's back at 3 data sucker tokens. So I make stuff more secure, install 2 ice. And as a third click.
Today has been the day where the person who gets out ahead first wins. Let's see if this trend continues.
Maybe I can turn things around, Nick.
That's what, people love an underdog.
Yeah, everybody loves a loser.
A loser who wins.
Winning. Alright, I install a card. I open up new server. Basically, what I'm saying here. Carl draws up a card. He draws another card. What will Carl do now? He just has 3 data sucker tokens, but that should be enough to get him pretty much every server. He's looking for more ways of damaging me. In his deck.
Why isn't he just running on your R&D every time?
Yeah, Carl. I know that his deck has a lot of multi-access. Carl. Alright, I res another melange because apparently money is a thing that's missing in my game. And I use the melange.
You know what you need? You need some spice. You need some good old-fashioned spice. Put it up your nose. You'll see everything.
Spice must flow.
I guarantee, fears the mind killer. Don't listen to the spice.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I just started combining words in my head, and that's what
Success. All right, he runs on HQ, and I resonate another Ichi.
Itchy.
What will he do now?
Well, he can't click through it.
Yeah,
he can't bring it down.
Not enough.
I think I'd take whatever is coming to me, and then end the run.
Let's see. He has 3 clicks left. He can click all the way Ichi, but he will get stopped at Heimdall.
Old Heimdall. Why doesn't he just build up some more tokens by running on archives over there?
He would have to click all the way through.
I never know which side.
You're yawning a lot today, Nick.
I've been in business meetings all day, and now I'm doing this.
We both do have day jobs, people. We do have day jobs. He clicks the trash program subroutines. So the trace starts.
Looking up cards.
Which he pays, I guess. Attention. He pays the trace.
Pays the trace.
He does have 1 click left. He gets the money. I'm keeping his money low. That's good. He's having troubles.
You've done a pretty good job.
I'm seemingly stabilizing slowly. Yes, I stopped him, so I celebrate with a successful demonstration.
Check it out. That's how it was supposed to go. That's our security project.
I'm showing my new iPhone. Steve Jobs is on stage. He has been revived as a Bioroid.
On the screen behind you, there's somebody trying to hack into an Android phone, and they're just getting through no problem.
Yeah. And I get out an ice, and I install a thing in the server. Gotta start scoring them agendas. Right, Nick? Right?
Agendas are an integral part of this particular game, and since you don't have any direct damage, although some of your ice may be damaging, you're not going to win if you don't score those agendas. That is correct.
Alright, so we seem clone chipping the victor.
This is like watching a baseball game where nobody's hitting the ball. You gotta hit the ball.
Maybe Carl will win now. He has a plan in his plan.
Carl's like the Cylons. They have a plan.
They have a plan. They're among us. There are 7 models. How many models were they?
11?
11?
6 plus 5, yeah. Because I thought it was supposed to be 12.
Man, Carl is very indecisive here.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 12, but they took off the one that was Starbuck's dad because Starbuck was an angel, so there was 11 because they are all modeled after the apostles and its religiosity. Blah, blah. Admiral Adama.
Odama. Thanks, Odama.
Thanks, Adama.
Alright,
Diesel.
Carl diesels up. He chucks a diesel.
I need that too, buddy.
I am Groot.
Diesel.
What are you doing, Nick? Don't destroy your keyboard. It's not worth it.
No, I just dieseled, man.
What will happen, Carl? Carl, tell us what will happen.
I'm going to win
I'm winning.
by subjugating the woman who runs Haas Bioroid under the boot of misogyny.
By subjugating the barbarian overlords on Pluto. But even though this is a convincing reality for me in every way, nevertheless,
This
Ogre is
gamble.
actually part of my psyche. Alright, so he sure gambles. I draw up my mandatory draw.
This gamble was a sure bet.
Man, Carr is really struggling with this situation. He discards an admin.
What does a data sector deck do against the Glacier deck?
I install a thing in that server and I make that server even more secure. So now we can probably assume that there's an agenda inside.
Little do you know, it's an agenda where the melange is, and you've been cheating this whole time.
I only have 14 credits. That's not a lot of credits. I cannot rest too much dangerous ice there.
It's 3 Wotans. Then you realize, oh man, there can only be one out at a time.
So Carl thinks this through. He wants to get out Desperado. Runs on archives. He clicks 2 subroutines away. Trace starts. Trace not being increased, so that's why he doesn't have to pay. And the last cards he sees there, it's nothing of importance. It's just a successful demonstration. He gets lots of tokens. Let's see about that, Nick. Maybe that's it now.
Is it gonna be? Oh, is that a shipment?
I do score an accelerated beta test, and so now I actually use the accelerated beta test.
Oh man!
Because man, what now? What now? After 40 minutes, I want to see a quick solution to this game. Thinking this through, installing an. Oh wait a minute! I have to probably res it. I should res this. Installing archives and 2 cards being crashed. It is an Inazuma.
Inazuma.
So if he doesn't break Inazuma, the ice behind it, he can't break the ice behind it. So he has to break Inazuma.
Yeah.
A little bit disappointing to get Inazuma in this accelerated beta test because it's a little bit of a surprise card. If you run into it, you cannot jack out anymore, and if you cannot break it, you're like,
yeah, it gets rid of the fun.
He gets out R&D interface and runs on R&D. So there's a Caduceus in front. What will he do? Can he get through there? He can clone chip a Parasite if he wants to. He does. He clone chips a Parasite. He uses credits from Ice Analyzer to get out a parasite to clone. He does have enough memory units now because he installed Desperado. So Caduceus is gone.
Oh man, I'll miss you, Caduceus.
And then he uses 3 Data Sucker tokens to break through Victor. And then he clicks all the way through Eli, and he gets to see 3 cards.
3 cards. Yeah.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the game. That is the game, Nick.
I don't want to talk about this game anymore.
Why?
It just makes me sad.
It was a sad game a little bit, right?
Yeah. And you guys don't have enough time to play? Or did you have enough time?
We are very much running out of time, and I think the next game ran into time issues, so we're not going to talk about this.
We're gonna hack a different planet next time.
Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!
Nick, go to sleep before we hack the planet.